Greetings once again. I welcome you to my YouTube channel. In this video, we'll be continuing with answering paper 1 of June 2025 Gauteng Province. Question 3. Question 3, it reads, Formula 1 racing is a high-speed motorsport where drivers compete in specially designed single-seater car on various international tracks. It is also known for its cutting-edge technology, precise driving, and global fan base. The table below shows the 2024 Formula 1 drivers' standings, ranking the top driver in a championship by points earned in each race based on their finishing position. So if we look at this table 3 here, we can see we are having position 1 up to position 10 with their points. Okay, it's fine. We look at the first question. The first question says, identify the driver with the second highest points. Obviously, we go to position number 2. If we go to position number 2, we can see this is Lando Norris. And then 3.1.2. 3.1.2, the question says, is the data represented in the points column continuous and district? Explain your answer. Continuous, don't forget, we talk about measured data. District, we talk about counted data. So obviously when we talk about the point, you count the points, so because of that it's going to be a discrete. This is a discrete. Reason, points are counted. Points are counted. Points are counted. 3.1.3. 3.1.3 says that calculate the value of A if the range of the points is 331. So because they've given us the range, we must use the range equation. Range is equals to highest minus lowest. Range is equals to highest minus lowest. And then range is 331. It's equals to highest is position 1. If you check here, our position 1 is 362. Lowest is the value of A because we are looking for the value of A. So for you to calculate the A, we're going to say A is equals to 362 minus 331. Use a calculator. 362 minus 331 is 31. The value of A is 31. Value of A is 31. Then we move right along. 3.1.4. 3.1.4, it says, determine the interquartile range for the number of points scored by the Formula 1 drivers. Okay, now they want us to determine the interquartile range. We know that we cannot determine the interquartile range if we are not arranging this in order. Let's arrange. Don't forget, we know the value of A already. A is 31. From 31 we go to 62, and then 150, 177, 189, 240, 251, 291, 315, 362. We just arrange them like this. What we need to do, we must find Q2 first, which is our median. So our median, let's find our median. We're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can see that we're having these two as our median. None of this is our median. But what we know is that the median is between them. The median is between them. So because we are finding two numbers as our median, we are just going to say Q2, which is our median, is 189 plus 240. Divide by 2. Every time when you find two numbers to be your median, you just add them, you divide them by 2. 189 plus 240. You divide this by 2. We found that our median is 214 and 50,50. 214,50. So the number that we have here, which is our Q2, the number that we have here is 214,50 is our median. So median divide this data into two equal halves. We're having this half, which is the upper half. We have this half also, which is our what? Lower half. So for you to find the Q3, we're going to use the upper half. We'll find the median of the upper half. Not to forget that this upper half starts from 240 and end at 362. So if you check, our median term here is going to be this one. This is going to be our Q3. Again with the lower half. For Q1, we check here. 1, 2. This is our Q1. So now we have Q1 and Q3. So for you to calculate the interquartile range, we are going to say interquartile range is equal to Q3 minus Q1. What is the value of Q3? Is 291 minus 150. With a calculator, 291 minus 150 is equal to 141. 141. So our interquartile range is equal to 141. Don't forget to subscribe, please. Don't forget to like the video, and don't forget to suggest it to other people. Let's move to the next question. Very easy. We're just going to say probability is equal to, we know that we are having 10 drivers. Then we go back to the table to check how many Ferraris do we have here. Another learner can say that I see 2 is correct. Gonna have 0,2. Or another learner can say probability, I see 3 over 10, which is 0,3. Another learner can say I'm seeing 2 of them is correct. Another learner can say even Haas Ferrari is also a Ferrari. It's also fine. We are all correct. So moving to the next question, which is 3.2. 3.2.1. 3.2.1, it says that the unique viewership is a benchmark used in media and broadcasting to count the total number of distinct individuals who watched at least one race during a season. Each person is only counted once, regardless of how many races they watched or how frequently they've tuned in. The first question is this: describe the general trend in unique viewership from 2014 to 2017. Then if you check here using Annexure B, if you check in Annexure B, if we look at 2014 to 2017, we can see there was what? There was a decrease. There was a decrease. So the answer here, or the trend, is a decrease. The trend is a decrease. From 2024, the unique viewership decreased. We have a decrease here. Then 3.2.2. Determine the mean of the unique number of viewers for Formula 1 racing from 2008 to 2021. Mean is very simple. Gonna say mean is equals to the sum of values divided by the total number of values. So the sum, you just take your calculator, you add all these numbers that we are giving here. We must do it together. Let's look at these numbers. We have 600 plus 200 and plus 525 plus 527 plus 515 plus 500 plus 450 plus 425 plus 400 plus 319 plus 352 plus 490 plus 471 plus 433 plus 445. Find that the total, when we have added all these numbers, is 6,523. Divide by, we count how many bars do we have in this graph. We're having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We divide it by 14. Then we use a calculator. 6,523 divided by 14. We find that our answer here is 465.93. You should not forget, you are dealing with number of viewers, which are people. We cannot have decimal when we are dealing with people. So meaning that our final answer have to be 465, or another learner can say 466. As long as you round this to the whole number, we cannot have decimal when dealing with people. And then moving right along to the next question, which is 3.2.3. 3.2.3, it says, how might a decrease in unique viewership affect the sponsors of Formula One? Very simple. Lower brand exposure. Lower brand exposure. Or you can write other reason. So this was question what? This was question 3. So now we are moving to question 4. Let's move to question 4. I'm sorry, I didn't see my board has shifted. So we are moving to question 4, right? Question 4. The Minister of Finance is responsible for presenting the government's budget in February of each year. Annexure C shows the consolidated government expenditure on social service for the 2023-2024 financial year. A total of 1.35 trillion was allocated to social services for this year. Then we have this relationship: 1 trillion is equals to 1,000 billion, and 1 trillion can be written like that. And then when we look at the Annexure C they are talking about, Annexure C, we have this pie chart: social development 29%, learning and culture 33%, health 19%, community development 19%. But if you can check, we also have a pie chart for learning and culture, whereby it's divided by basic education, NSFAS, university transfer, skills development, education administration. So now the first question says, determine the value of a percentage budgeted for university transfer. So the value of A is going to be 33%, because this 33% is coming from what? Learning and culture, minus the education, which is 22%, minus NSFAS, which is 4%, minus skills and development, which is 2%, minus education administration, which is 2%. Now the value of A is going to be 33 minus 22 minus 4 minus 2 minus 2 is 3%. The value of A is 3%. Then 4.1.2. Calculate the amount of money budgeted for basic education. Write your answer in billion. So basic education. For a basic education, if we check here, basic education is 22%. We just say 22 over 100. Of what? Of the amount that was budgeted for, which is 1.35 trillion. 1.35 trillion. So let's just find the answer on that one. That's simple. So we are going to say 22 over 100 multiplied by 1.35 trillion. You don't write trillion. You just say we just do it like this, to say 22 over 100 multiplied by 1.35. Then the answer that you get, which is 0.297 trillion. That is your answer. But do not forget, they said you must write your answer in what? You must write your answer in billion. So how do you write our answer in billion? How do you write our answer in billion? This is in trillion. We must write it in billion. We can use the relationship method, the grade 9 method, grade 11, I mean. We know 1 trillion is equal to, according to the information that have given us, is equal to 1,000 billion. Then we write it this side, 0.297 trillion is equal to X. We are looking for billion. Then we can cross multiply this. When you cross multiply, it's going to be 0.297 multiplied by 1,000 billion is equals to X. And then use your calculator. 0.297 multiplied by 1,000 billion. The answer is going to be 297 billion is equals to X. You have written that in billion. You have written it in billion in this manner. Very simple and straightforward. Moving to the next question, which is, let me use this part, which is 4.1.3. 4.1.3, it says, if the amount budgeted for social service make up to 60% of the total government expenditure in 2023-2024 financial year, calculate the total government expenditure in trillion. So it's very simple. In trillion, we just have to say that it's equal to the amount that was budgeted is 1.35 trillion divided by 60.3%. You should not forget 60.3% is the same as 1.35 divided by 60.3 over 100. Then from there you take your calculator. You're going to say 1.35 trillion divided by 60.3 over 100. And then our answer here is going to be 2,238,8,0,5,9,7 trillion. Don't forget, it's a trillion. The amount that we get there is a trillion. So you leave it like that. That is your money, because the question wanted to write this in what? In trillion. So next question, 4.1.4. 4.1.4, it says that suggest any two ways or discuss two ways in which the government generates fund and revenue. So this one is very simple. We know that is taxation. Taxation and VAT. But they want you to explain this. Taxation is to tax every person who works. Is to tax every person who works, or the citizen that works. VAT is the compulsory leave for citizen. That's what you need to do. So now we are moving to question 5, which is our last question, is tariffs. Let's look at question 4.2.1. Tariffs. Municipalities across South Africa publish their electricity tariff annually in compliance with regulation. Sam works from home most of the time and recently discovered that his electricity bill has increased significantly. Table show information regarding electricity tariffs published by the City of Tshwane in 2022-2023 and 2023-2024 financial year. Block, we have block 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2022-2023 tariffs were in rands. 2023-2024 tariffs in cents. All the tariffs exclude VAT, meaning that we are dealing with what? VAT exclusive price. VAT exclusive price. And then, if we move to the first question here, they want you to define the term tariff in the context above. Cost of electricity per unit. Cost of electricity per unit. Then we have 4.2.2. 4.2.2, it says that determine the number of kilowatt hour allocated in block 3. We just go to block 3, we can see that is the difference between 405 and 650. But you should not forget, in Maths Lit, when we calculate the difference, we don't use 4, we are not going to use this 401, we're going to use the previous 400. So meaning that we are going to have 650 minus 400. 650 minus 400. And then what is the difference between the two? 650 minus 400 is equals to 250. So the answer is 250 kilowatt hour. Then 4.2.3. 4.2.3. Calculate the tariff including VAT in block number 1, 2023-2024 in rands. So block number 1, we are having 270.33 cents. They said in rands, we divided by 100. Divided by 100, 270.33 divided by 100. We found that it's 2 rands. Now we have converted these 2 rands. 2 rands and 70.33. You should not forget, this is what? Exclusive. Exclusive. And the question they want us to calculate what? Inclusive. This is exclusive and they want us to calculate the inclusive price of this. And we know that we're talking about unknown value. Unknown is what? We are looking for what? Inclusive 115. Known is 100 because this is exclusive. Amount is 2,7033. Then when we do the calculation, we are going to say is equals to U over K multiplied by amount. What does U stand for? U stand for unknown. We know that is 115. What does K stand for? K stand for known. We know this is 100. Amount is 2,7033. Then let's do the calculation. We are going to say 115 over 100 multiplied by 2,7033. We find that it's 3 rands and 11 cents. That is the VAT inclusive price of block number 1. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave your comments. Don't forget to ask questions in the comment section. I will get back to you. We are moving right along to the next question. Question 4.2.4. In June 2024, Sam spent 1,941 and 42 inclusive on electricity. Calculate the total units of electricity he have used for the month. Okay, we are having that amount. This is VAT inclusive, meaning that there is a VAT amount that is added there. And if you look at our tariff exclude VAT. So meaning that that amount, it is not for electricity only. It is the money for electricity and the money for VAT. So what we need to do, we must go and find our exclusive price from that amount. Then we can use our exclusive price to calculate the number of units that he have used. We are going to use the UK method. I explain U over K multiplied by amount. What do we have? This is inclusive, meaning that we are looking for exclusive 100%. Known is 115. The amount is 1941,42. Let's do this and find the amount that he actually used for electricity. We're gonna say 100 over 115 multiplied by 1941,42. We found that the amount that you have used for electricity is 1,688 and 19 cents. So this is the amount that you have used for electricity, the actual amount that you have used for electricity. But another important thing is to understand that our table for 2023-2024, it is given in cents, and we have calculated this amount in what? In rands. So we must convert this to cents so that it can tally with what we have in the table. We cannot use what? Difference units. We must always convert to the same units. So for you to do that, you just multiply this by 100, because we know that 1 rand have 100 cents. So let's multiply that by 100 so that we can find the number of cents. So we found that when we change this to cents, is 16,881,9,1304. So this is in cents. So let's check. How many units is he going to get using this amount to buy electricity? We go back to block number 1. Let me divide it by here. Block number 1. Block number 1, the difference of block number 1, we know that is 100 multiplied by the price of 270,33. We use a calculator. We found that block number 1, 100 multiplied by 270,33. Block number 1, he have used this amount of 2733. So block number 1, he only get 227,033, and you have used what, 168,000. So this give us the permission to go to block number 2. Let's look at block number 2. Block number 2 is 400 minus 100 is 300 units. 300 units plus 316,37. So we're gonna say 300 multiplied by 316,37. So we found out for block number 2 is 94911. This is the amount that you have used in block number 2. So when you add block number 1 and block number 2, are they giving you the amount that you have used for electricity? Let's check. 27,033 plus 94,911. It is 121,000. It does not give us that amount. So we move to block number 3. When we move to block number 3, the difference of block number 3 is 250. So we are going to say 250 is try and error. Don't forget, we are trying that until you get the amount that is exactly this one or the amount that is bigger than this. So let's say 250 multiplied by 344, 67. So 250 multiplied by 344,67 is give us 86,000. So if you can see, 86,000 plus 94,000 plus 27,000 is going to be greater than that amount. So for that reason, we don't move forward to block number 3. So in block number 3, instead of us calculating the units or the amount that was used, we are now going to calculate the unit that was used. How do we do that? So we're gonna say for block number 3, we take the amount that you have used for electricity, which is 168,819,1304. This is the amount that you have used for electricity. Out of this amount, we remove the price of block number 1, which is 27,033, and remove the amount of block number 2, which is 94,911. Then you take your calculator. You're gonna say 168819,1304 minus 27,033 minus 94,911. We found that in block number 3, he have used 46,875 and 1304. This is the amount of money that you have used in block number 3. So we want to find out how many units he received by 46,000 that you have used in block number 3. And we know that each unit in block number 3 is 344,67 units, meaning that you must divide by this unit's price of 344,67. In this case, we are now going to find the number of units that you have used in block number 3. So we take that amount, we divide it by 344,67. We found that in block number 3, he have used 136 units. This is not the money, this is the units. Here we calculated the money, but here we have calculated what? The units. And the question wanted us to calculate the total units that you have received or used. So we are going to say total units. Let me continue here. Total units used is going to be, block number 1 units is 100. Block number 2 units is 300. Block number 3 units is 136. Then the total unit that he have used is going to be plus 100 plus 300 plus 136 is equals to 536. 536 kilowatt per hour. This is the unit that you have used for paying that amount of 1,941.42 cents. This one I know is a little bit challenging. Just keep on repeating this video. You eventually understand what happened. Any question should be directed to me in the comment section. I will make sure that I answer your question, even though sometimes I will delay to answer your question, but eventually I will make sure that I answer it. Then the next question says, suggest 2 ways in which Sam can reduce his electricity usage. Very simple. You can use solar panels. You can use gas stove for cooking. You can switch off geysers if it's not using it, or any answer that you can give. Then we are done with paper 1. And I thank you for watching this video. Do not forget to subscribe or to comment and to like this video. I will see you